All right, so if you look at number 5, now I've added a couple things to this, and the couple things that I've added is you don't have to do 7 or 13. 7 is just dumb because they start giving you fractions, and I'm not going to give you fractions on tests as far as when you have to complete the square root of this stuff. So don't worry about number 7, okay? So with number 5, this is already in vertex form for a parabola, so that's great, okay? And all we're going to do is sketch this. So we need 3 important things. We need to figure out what the vertex is. We need to figure out what our focus is. And we need to figure out what our directrix is. And once we have those 3 things, this will be fairly easy to graph. Okay, so our vertex is easy. Since this is x, this point would be a 4. If this was y, then this would be your y value. But since this is x, this is going to be the x coordinate of my vertex. So my vertex is going to be at 4, and then it's this number out here, -6. So I'm going to plot the point at 4, -6. Hopefully I plotted it correctly. All right, so which way does our parabola open? Again, I don't care how large, skinny, wide, whatever. I just want you having it open in the right way. So for an opening, it's y positive. So that means it's going to be opening up, since the y positive axis is up, like we talked about on the first video. So I'm going to draw my graph y positive up. Okay? Focus. Focus would have to be inside. Think about Pac-Man eating the dots. So we need the focus somewhere inside of here. Okay? So how do we find the focus? Well, our formula for the focus was you take whatever your vertex is, and for one that's pointed up is k plus 1 over 4a. Okay? So our focus, this number is going to be the same. All right? And then we're going to do k, which is -6. Plus 1 over 4 times, and our value for a in front is 1. So our value is going to be 4, -5, and 3/4. Okay? So I'm going to go to where 4 and -5 and 3/4, which would be awfully stinking close. And put a little focus there. And we really write down these points because these are the ones that really matter. It's not so much the graph. The graph is there, but if you have this point done, I know exactly where you went, okay? Directrix. Directrix go the opposite way. So you go y equals, you take your k value, and you subtract 1 over 4a. So our directrix is going to be y equals k, which is -6, minus 1 over 4 times 1. So that'd be y equals -6 minus 1/4. So y equals -6 and 1/4. So -6 and 1/4 would be this. Now, directrix is your line. So if you go back to Pac-Man, Pac-Man was always being chased by those ghosts. It was like Inky, Pinky, I forget the rest of them, like Ted or something like that. So that is something that is chasing it. And remember, what does this mean? Well, this means any point that I choose on the parabola has the same distance to the focus as it does to the directrix. That's how a parabola is created. That any point on this graph has the same distance between the focus and the directrix. Okay? So this is how you do problem number 5. This is also how you do problem numbers 21, problem number 23, and problem number 25. With 25, you're going to have to complete the square to get that one to look like this. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.